What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So with a crazy week behind us now of a bull market run which saw a lot of people's portfolios recover from the weeks prior where they had a lot of volatility and panic sell-offs, in today's video we're going to look into what my plan of action is for next week's investing. So as I said, there's been a lot of panic selling over the last few weeks with thoughts of a market bubble and a potential full-on market crash just like last March. Again, as a long-term investor, that kind of poses opportunities, dollar cost average, and that's kind of the whole premise of the way I invest, is to buy companies on the dip. So if anything, that poses great opportunities to further invest long-term. But over the last week or so, the markets have recovered since the start of the week, and especially with news articles such as the third stimulus check of $1,400. You can even see from the main overall metrics of the US stock market, the S&P 500, last March it dropped as low as $2,300 for the ETF. So we can see how it had a rapid incline over the last 12 months and is now sitting at just under $4,000. Even as a long-term investor that takes advantage of dollar cost averaging, always having a cash reserve sitting on the sideline is a must in my opinion, because the markets, like anything else, are very unpredictable and they could easily drop 10-20% in any given day, and they could even rise 10 or 20%, again, those speculative stocks in particular. So in my opinion, having a cash reserve like I do is very important going forward. And today we're going to be investing a further €80. Again, €80 is absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things, but in my opinion, being consistent and slowly trickling in funds to dollar cost average in the long term and patience is certainly key to getting long-term success. There's kind of two main reasons why we're going to look into my Trading212 portfolio now of why I'm only putting in €80. Firstly is that there's only 4 companies out of my 30 that are currently in the red. Again, that's due to the kind of bull run over the last week. And second of all, if you don't have a cash reserve and let's say the markets tank tomorrow, we have no further capital to take advantage of dollar cost averaging, effectively shooting yourself in the foot. So now let's have a look at my Trading212 portfolio. So as it stands, we have just under €8,000 invested and are up 13.5% or €950. So we're 8% towards my overall goal of having €100,000 invested into the market. So for some reason my bank provider's app is currently down at the moment. However, I'll have that €8 in before Monday's market open at 2:30 GMT Irish time. But we'll have a look through the 4 companies now on my portfolio, what I'm further investing in this week. Very briefly, we look through each of my portfolio pies to see which of those 4 companies are in the red. In communication services, we're up 27.5%, and both companies on the right here, Walt Disney and Facebook, are well up in the green, especially Walt Disney up nearly 55%. In consumer discretionary, we're up 0.63%, and we have €1,160 invested. 2 of the 3 are in the green here, McDonalds and Nike, and we can see Tesla is currently down 4%, which is actually quite good considering they were down about 20 to 21% about a week and a half ago, and a dollar cost average in further, and thankfully now they're kind of getting back to parity, but there is still room for improvement here, I believe. So this is one of the companies I'm going to invest €30 of the 80 into this week. If we carry on down the line, consumer staples are up 1.5%, Coca-Cola and Pepsico are both in the green, with P&G down 1.5%. Now usually I would wait for companies to go to at least down 3% before investing further. However, due to only being 4 companies at the moment in the red of my portfolio, I'm going to actually include P&G, and if we actually looked at P&G in my investment as well, we're actually down more than 1.5%. However, FX impact for once is actually going in our favor, so that actually is down about 3 or 4%, but the FX impact is bringing that back up to less than 1.5% in the red. So P&G, we're going to put 10 of the €80, so that means we have €40 left. In the energy sector, we're up 23.7%. ExxonMobil and Chevron are doing extremely well at the moment, both up between 50 and 80%. However, iShares Global Clean Energy, just like Tesla, was down about 15 to 20% last week, but it is starting to bounce back and is currently down about 5.7%. So I'm going to put a further €30 into the iShares Global Clean Energy ETF. In terms of my normal ETFs, we're up 17%, Vanguard S&P 500 up 17.3%, and Vanguard FTSE 100 is up 15%, so we're going to leave both of those now as well. The financials, if we keep going down, are doing quite well as well, up 36% at the moment overall, and all 5 are in the green on the right here. Again, if you would like to pause the video to look at any one of these particular companies, feel free to do so. The healthcare sector, we're up 9%, Johnson & Johnson, AbbVie both in the green, And Pfizer, we can see here, is the fourth company in the red. It's down 1.4%. Again, FX impact is bringing this closer to parity. It is in fact down about 2 to 3% overall in terms of the stock price. So I'm going to put a further €10 here. And while we're at it, we might as well have a very brief look through the rest of the portfolio. Industrials is up 15%. All three are in the green here. We have nothing in materials. The one penny stock company we have at the moment is 54 shares in Hightide. Again, I really do feel that they have a lot of potential going forward. Real estate, we just have the one company, Realty Income, up 7%. And the tech sector, my largest holding still, of €1,300, is up just under 15%. And all 5 companies here are in the green. So that's the 4 companies I'm investing in the week ahead. Again, this is only going to be the start of the week. If the markets do kind of tank during the week and the bull market comes to a quick kind of end, or if it has a kind of consolidation, I will be pumping more money in. However, at this stage, if the markets continue to rise, I'm actually going to keep money on the sidelines because I don't want to kind of decrease, or should I say increase, my dollar cost average prices. I think patience is key here, and by actually having quite a substantial cash reserve on the sidelines, it will make a big difference when the markets actually do tank again and you buy in at a lot cheaper prices. I was also asked again in a video last week what my plan of action is to dollar cost average if my overall whole portfolio goes into the green, which could very well do so because 26 of the 30 at the moment are currently in the green. So we'll have to revisit that as well, and kind of mainly I'll be keeping a cash reserve, as I said, but I will be doing other plan of actions as well. For example, if some of my companies go over the 100% mark, I kind of might shave back some of the profits and put them into the companies that are doing worst off. So effectively, the bottom line, as I said in the last video, is to get this figure up on the top left as big as possible. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I just wanted to give a quick update on my plan of action for the start of next week. Again, albeit only €80, but it is, as I said, consistency and continually dripping in funds to dollar cost average will make all the difference in the long term. Sure, it mightn't be the most interesting style of investing, but in my opinion, boring is kind of actually the best way of approaching investing, in my opinion. So that's my plan of action for the start of the week. If you found this video anyway helpful or interesting, it'd be much appreciated, as always, if you're new around here, if you consider subscribing to the channel, as we're nearly at the 1100 subscriber mark, which is insane in my opinion. And also, if you could smash that like button, it'd be really appreciated. And finally, the most important aspect, if you have any questions, comments, queries or suggestions, please don't hesitate to comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you as quick as I can. And it would also be interesting to see your investing strategy and plan for the week ahead also in the comment section below. Thanks very much, enjoy your Saturday, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video.